Conor Gallagher. Let's talk a little bit about him. He has insisted he was more than technically good enough to play a part in Enzo Maresca's Chelsea squad. Despite being made club captain by the previous boss, Mauricio Pochettino, Gallagher left his boyhood club this summer for Atletico Madrid. Do you feel as though he could and should have had a place in that starting 11 for Chelsea?
If I'm being honest, I do like Conor Gallagher, but when you look at him for England in the Euros and I've watched his career, I don't think he fits into that style of play. You know, I don't think he fits into
Because why? What does he not have?
I don't think he's as good on the ball. His touch isn't as good as maybe the Fernandes and the sort of players like Palmer, the other midfielders in there. But what he does offer you is something else. High energy. You know, he can score a goal when needed. And it's not like his touch is awful or his passing's not great. You know, he's still got enough. But maybe Maresca thought, is this a way of just getting him out because, you know, PSR rules, it's all profit. But if I ever was going to name a club that was perfect for Conor Gallagher, it'd be Atletico Madrid.
Why?
Because Simeone watched his team for years, especially against that great Barcelona team. Their players are high energy. They love to kick people. Rodrigo, De Paul, you know, these players that are there, they love to like get the ball back, win it back. Can you make runs forward? Can you try and get in the box? Griezmann, outstanding player, but he's all over the place, putting tackles in. You know,
it's that industrious,
hard-working, get tackles in. The crowd are up because you've ran back and you put in a great tackle, and you've got the energy to get forward as well. I just think it suits Conor Gallagher. And I can imagine when he starts getting regular game time there, you'll see how like the crowd will take to his style of play.
All right, next up for you, Dr. Gab. It's been reported this week that Manchester United boss Erik ten Hag is already in danger of being sacked unless he improves his style of play. Key members of the ownership, including Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Dan Ashworth, Jason Wilcox, are said to be unimpressed by the way ten Hag's team have struggled to dominate games. Yeah. So, do you think he has to change his style of play?
I just don't think he's got it in him, to be honest. I just look at him and I just see a manager who hasn't got that presence on the touchline. I hear him after the last game when he's having a go at one of the reporters about, I've won the most trophies apart from Pep Guardiola, and I've won FA Cup and Carabao Cup. And I'm just like, yeah, mate, but you finished 8th. What are you talking about? Like, Manchester United finished in 8th position in the league.
Lowest ever.
Exactly. You were
League.
terrible against Liverpool. Why are you playing Rashford still when he should be on the bench? Then Garnacho can go over to the left. Then you can play Ahmed on the right. You started with Garnacho on the right when his best football's on the left. Rashford on the left when he's struggling with confidence. There was one moment where Rashford was one-on-one with Konate, and he literally turned back and passed it, and the Manchester United crowd all were like shocked. That Rashford 2 years ago would have ran past Konate and took him on. Do you know what I mean? As an attacker, you're dying for that one-on-one chance. He turned around, confidence shattered, and you're keeping him on. You know, the players didn't look like they were like up for the game either. So I think he's got a lot of problems, Ten Hag, and I reckon that ownership are probably thinking like, thank God we've got Van Nistelrooy there, because I think Van Nistelrooy will come through and take the job.
Successor.
100%.
When you say that, though, are you suggesting that it could be sooner rather than later?
100%. Because if you're Manchester United part of the ownership, you're probably saying like, you know what, we tried to search for every manager possible to take his job in the summer. We couldn't. We've kept him on. But if this continues, are we going to be 7th, 8th again? Because other teams are getting better. Brighton have got better this season. West Ham have got better this season. Newcastle have got better this season. You know what I mean? Spurs, Aston Villa will still be up there. So, top 4, million miles away for that team.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.